Lesson 7-2, solving two-step equations, and this is day 1. So this lesson is on page 70 in your textbook. Our learning target, we are solving two-step inequalities. So we've written two-step inequalities from word problems. Now I'm going to show you how to solve them. So the first example is from page 71, and it's example B. So our inequality is 2x minus 50 is less than negative 70. So we need to solve this. What I'm going to say is it's exactly like a two-step equation to solve an inequality. Okay, so this is going to be review. The only thing we're changing is this inequality symbol here. It's less than instead of equal to. Okay, so to solve this, we're going to get rid of the subtract 50 by adding 50, and that creates our zero pairs, which cancel out. If we add 50 to the left, we're going to add 50 to the right. Okay, we bring down our 2x. 2x is less than negative 70 plus 50. So visualize that number line. If you're at negative 70 and you add 50, now we're at negative 20. Okay, so now we have 2 times x. We need to split these x's into 2 groups. So now if we do that, we're going to divide the 2. So we're splitting into 2 groups. If you divide 2 on the left, we're going to divide 2 on the right. And we end up with x is less than negative 20 split into 2 groups. We have negative 10 in each group. So x is less than negative 10. Exactly like solving a two-step equation, it's just now instead of x is equal to negative 10, x has to be less than negative 10. Okay, so again, x is less than negative 10. So we got x is less than negative 10. You're going to graph the solutions. Okay? So when you graph it, I'm going to put negative 10. 1 greater than negative 10 is going to put us at negative 9. And 1 less than negative 10 will put us at negative 11. Okay, so when we shade our solution, we are going to leave the circle open if it is not a solution. If it is a solution, we are going to shade the circle or close the circle. Is a solution. Okay? So x is less than negative 10. I'm going to go to negative 10 and do an open circle. I'm not going to shade it because is negative 10 less than negative 10? No, so negative 10 is not a solution. All of my solutions are less than negative 10. So I'm going to shade everything to the left of negative 10. So this would be how you graph. You would have an open circle and everything to the left would be shaded. So now I'm going to check to see if I completed this correctly. I'm going to choose a number, a value that I shaded. I shaded over negative 11, so I'm going to choose that for my x. So my original inequality was 2x minus 50 is less than negative 7. We're going to check just like we did on two-step equations. So 2, I'm going to choose one of my solutions. Okay, inequalities, we know there's multiple solutions. Well, one of the answers that I shaded was negative 11. So I'm going to choose that. You've got some different options here. 2 times negative 11 is negative 22. And negative 22 minus 50, I'm going farther left on the number line, is negative 72. Okay, is negative 72 less than negative 70? Yes, that is true. So I put a check there. Okay, so we're solving inequalities, then we're graphing, and then we still check. And we'll be working on this more in class. Okay, let's do one more example. This example is from page 72. Try these B. Okay, so the problem is 2x plus 6 is greater than or equal to 16. So again, we're going to solve this the same way. Get rid of my plus 6, so I need to subtract 6. Subtract 6 on the right. Bring down my 2x, so I have 2x is greater than or equal to 16 minus 6 gives me 10. Now I'm going to divide by 2 because I want x alone, so I'm going to split these into two groups. Same thing on the right. And I end up with x is greater than or equal to 5. So I've just solved this inequality. All right. Now we're going to graph it. So I'm going to draw my number line. Put 5. 1 greater than 5 is 6. 1 less than 5 is 4. So am I going to shade 5? The answer is yes, and I need you to tell me why. So looking at this, x is greater than or equal to 5. 5 is a solution. I'm going to write it over here. Why shade 5? Because 5 is a solution. So we are shading solutions. Is 5 greater than or equal to 5? Yes, it's equal to 5. So 5 can be a solution. Well, what else is a solution? The numbers to the left or to the right? It says x is greater than or equal to 5. So I'm shading all of my numbers that are greater than 5. So I will shade to the right. Okay, now to check, I'm going to choose 6 because we shaded 6. So 2 instead of x, I'll choose 6. You could choose 7, 8, any number that we're shading. Plus 6 is greater than or equal to 16. So let's see if this is true. 2 times 6 is 12. Plus 6. 12 plus 6 is 18. Is 18 greater than or equal to 16? Absolutely. So this checks out. Okay, so we solved inequalities and we graphed them, shading solutions. All right, and then we checked. So again, we're going to continue this in class tomorrow, but I want you to go ahead and write your summary now and be prepared to share in class, and then we will continue working these problems in class.